Welcome back to our Head Start to High School program. In this presentation, I will be sharing with you important information regarding student health. Looking after all students and ensuring every child's safe participation in all school activities is our priority. With many different activities, both at school and off-site, that your child will be involved in during the school day and throughout their high school life, we want to ensure that this happens safely. With many different settings, such as classrooms, break times in the playground, sport and physical activity, excursions, preparing and handling food, and overnight activities such as camp, it is really important that we are aware of any medical conditions such as anaphylaxis, allergies, asthma, diabetes and epilepsy, so we can ensure the safety of all children and respond appropriately to individual medical needs when required. When we work together, we will ensure that your child's medical needs are best supported at school. As your child prepares for Year 7, there are different ways we will communicate with you to ensure the best start to high school and that we get to know and understand your child. We run a family interview with you and your child, and during this interview we will ask about any health and medical needs that we record in our system. When we are aware of medical issues, we provide you with blank copies of the required plans that need to be completed and returned to the school at your earliest convenience. These types of medical plans required will be discussed over the next few slides. Asthma impacts on individuals differently. If your child is diagnosed with asthma, we will need an asthma plan completed by your doctor and signed by you. The Asthma Care Plan helps us look after your child by providing guidance on the steps that must be taken in the event of an asthma attack. We all know that anaphylaxis is a potentially life-threatening condition that occurs due to a severe allergic reaction to allergens such as peanuts and bee stings. If your child has anaphylaxis, we need to know this right away, and we will require a current ASCIA action plan completed and signed by your doctor or nurse practitioner. The confirmed allergen and doctor confirmation is on the left-hand side of the plan, and you can see that highlighted in green. A copy of the ASCIA plan must be kept with your child's EpiPen. In high school, your child does not stay in the one location and will move from room to room throughout the day and will have a number of different teachers. Therefore, they need to carry their EpiPen with them at all times. As an additional safeguard, we ask that a second EpiPen be provided to the front office in case we need to respond to an anaphylactic emergency. Your child's anaphylaxis ASCIA plan must be reviewed and updated each year, and we will contact you to ensure this occurs. If your child has anaphylaxis but requires an AnaPen, we will require a current ASCIA action plan completed by your doctor or nurse practitioner, and it looks like the one on this slide. As is the case with an EpiPen, a copy of the ASCIA plan must be kept with your child's AnaPen, and they will need to carry their AnaPen with them at all times. The plan will need to be reviewed and updated each year. If your child has an allergy and they are not prescribed with an adrenaline injector, we will need a green ASCIA plan for allergic reactions completed like the one shown on this slide. The allergy plan must have the confirmed allergen stated on the left-hand side of the plan, and it must be completed and signed by your doctor or nurse practitioner. This ASCIA action plan for allergic reactions helps us look after your child by providing guidance on the steps that must be taken in the event of an allergic reaction. As is the case with anaphylaxis plans, your child's allergy plan must be reviewed and updated each year. If your child's allergy is to a medication and they are not prescribed with an adrenaline injector, we will need a green ASCIA plan for drug or medication allergies completed like the one shown here. This plan provides guidance on the steps that must be taken in case of an allergic reaction. As is the case with all medical action plans, your child's allergy plan will need to be reviewed and updated each year. If your child is diagnosed with eczema, an ASCIA action plan for eczema must be completed and signed by a doctor or nurse practitioner. Most of these actions will be managed at home, and it would be more likely that we would need to know the specific treatment for flare-ups or severe eczema when your child participates in activities such as camp. If your child is diagnosed with a different health condition that may require an emergency response or specific healthcare procedures, an emergency response plan must be completed, like the one shown on this slide. This would be required for medical conditions such as type 1 diabetes and epilepsy that do not have ASCIA action plans, but do require an emergency response. This plan must be completed by the parent, and your medical practitioner can contribute to it as well. And it does help us look after your child because it provides us with guidance on the symptoms and actions we would need to take in response to a health emergency. An individual healthcare plan summarises the support for students with specific healthcare needs. This is completed by the parent or carer for all students who have emergency response plans or ASCIA action plans, or those students who require medication at school. This plan contains details about your child, their health condition, your information, and your doctor's information. And each year, this document must be reviewed. Gymea, as is the case with other high schools, participate in the school vaccination program. New South Wales Health works in partnership with schools to offer the vaccines recommended for adolescents to help keep them safe and healthy. These vaccinations are administered at school. You will receive a parent information kit regarding the vaccination and a consent form that will need to be returned to the school. In New South Wales, all Year 7 students are vaccinated for diphtheria, tetanus, pertussis, and human papillomavirus, and that information is provided in the kit that's sent home. Copies of the blank forms shown in this presentation are available for download from our website under the Wellbeing menu where you select Student Health. If you have any questions around student health, please don't hesitate to contact the school by phone or email. I hope this presentation has been helpful with department and school requirements regarding student health and what we can do to best look after your child. We do rely on you and value your ongoing assistance as we plan for your child's individual healthcare needs. Thank you for listening.